Hey everyone! Have you ever found yourself at the end of the month wondering, where did all my money go? Trust me, you're not alone. It happens to the best of us, but the good news is that you can fix it. Today, we're diving into 9 things that are a complete waste of your money. These are the sneaky little expenses that add up over time and quietly rob you of your financial freedom. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to identify these traps, cut them out, and redirect your money toward building a brighter future. 1. Designer clothes and expensive brands. Let's talk about designer clothes. We've all been tempted by those flashy logos and luxury labels. Right. I remember a friend of mine who splurged on a $1,000 handbag because she thought it would elevate her status. But guess what? A few months later, she admitted it was sitting in her closet collecting dust because she was too scared to use it in case it got damaged. Here's the thing. Most people can't tell the difference between a $50 jacket and a $500 one. What they will notice is how you carry yourself. Confidence doesn't come from the label you wear, it comes from within. Instead of spending a fortune on luxury brands, focus on buying quality items that last. You'll look just as good without breaking the bank. 2. Overpriced tech upgrades. Do you really need the latest smartphone? Or are you just falling for the hype? A neighbor of mine upgraded his phone every year because he wanted the newest features. When I asked him what he did with his old phones, he admitted they were still sitting in a drawer. Imagine how much money he could have saved if he stuck with one phone for a few years. Tech companies are experts at making you feel like you're missing out. They add minor updates and slap a higher price tag on it, convincing you it's a must-have. But the truth is, if your current device works perfectly fine, there's no need to upgrade. Use it until it no longer meets your needs, and you'll save hundreds, if not thousands, over the years. 3. Credit card interest. Let me share a quick story. A few years ago, I met someone who was drowning in credit card debt. They were paying the minimum balance every month, thinking they were staying on top of things. But when we crunched the numbers, they realized they'd already paid more in interest than the original amount they owed. Credit card interest is a silent killer of your finances. It compounds, meaning you're paying interest on top of interest, and it snowballs quickly. The money you spend on interest could be used to pay off debt, invest, or save for something meaningful. The best way to avoid this trap? Pay off your balance in full each month. And if you're struggling to do that, consider switching to cash or a debit card while you work on paying down your debt. 4. And use subscriptions. How many subscriptions are you paying for right now? Be honest. I once discovered I was paying for a streaming service I hadn't used in over a year. It was only $10 a month, but over 12 months, that's $120 wasted. And that's just one subscription. And used subscriptions are sneaky because they're often set to auto-renew. It's easy to forget about them, especially if the charges are small. But those small amounts add up. Take a few minutes to review your bank statements and cancel anything you're not using. Trust me, it feels like a weight has been lifted when you cut out those unnecessary expenses. 5. Lottery tickets. I get it. The dream of hitting the jackpot is hard to resist. But let's be real, the odds of winning the lottery are astronomically low. I once did the math and realized I had spent hundreds on scratch-off tickets over the years. My total winnings? About $50. Instead of throwing money at a dream that's unlikely to come true, invest in something with guaranteed returns, like a savings account or an index fund. It may not be as exciting, but it's a far smarter way to build wealth over time. 6. Food delivery fees. Food delivery apps are convenient, but at what cost? I used to order delivery several times a week, thinking it wasn't a big deal. But one month, I sat down and added up the fees, tips, and inflated menu prices. It came to over $200. That's money I could have used for groceries or even a fun night out. Cooking at home not only saves money but is often healthier too. And if you do want to treat yourself, consider picking up the food yourself instead of paying for delivery. It's a small change that can make a big difference. 7. Trendy fitness equipment. Raise your hand if you've ever bought workout equipment that you barely used. guilty as charged. I once bought a fancy exercise bike because I thought it would motivate me to work out. It ended up being an expensive clothes rack. The truth is, you don't need fancy equipment to stay fit. Walking, jogging, and bodyweight exercises are free and just as effective. If you're serious about fitness, start small. Once you've built a consistent routine, then consider investing in equipment you know you'll use regularly. 8. Overpriced self-improvement courses. Self-improvement is important, but it doesn't have to cost a fortune. A friend of mine once spent $10,000 on a personal development course. A year later, they admitted they hadn't implemented any of the strategies they learned. There are plenty of free or low-cost resources available, from library books to online tutorials. Focus on applying what you learn from these resources before spending big on expensive courses or seminars. Remember, it's not about how much you spend, it's about what you do with the knowledge you gain. 9. Buying brand new cars. Did you know a new car loses up to 30% of its value in the first year? I learned this the hard way when I bought a brand new car fresh out of college. Within a year, it was worth thousands less than what I paid for it. Now, I only buy slightly used cars. They're just as reliable but come at a fraction of the cost. Let someone else take the depreciation hit while you enjoy the savings. Every dollar you spend is a choice. By cutting out these 9 money traps, you can free up more of your income for the things that truly matter, whether that's saving for the future, paying off debt, or simply enjoying life without financial stress. Which of these money traps surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on managing your money and living your best life. Until next time, take care and spend wisely.